Ms. Mahalbahu, thank you very much for giving us this opportunity to continue our discussion at the successful event back in March in the DFS forum, where you gave a wonderful presentation about the recent developments and what's happening in the payments arena in Jordan. Mainly Jomo Pay and all the developments and the new systems that were developed and adopted by the Central Bank of Jordan. As the executive director of the payments department in the central bank, there has been numerous questions, and given the limited time available at the forum, many people didn't get the chance to ask you these questions. So we're taking this opportunity to ask these questions, discuss them, and get your feedback on them. When I hear a non-bank providing this service and me giving a non-bank money to deposit, so one of the questions that were being raised is where is the money? Where is it kept?
This is the most important question for all people who are interested in this service. Where are my money? The money actually are held fully in the banking system. Before you give your money to any agent or to any service provider, the system ensures that these amounts are collateralized within the banking system for the favor of mobile holders. So if you go to any shop or any agent or any company, if you want to deposit in your wallet 100 JDs, make sure that instantly it's registered at the Central Bank of Jordan, and before you put your money, the 100 JDs are placed in a bank account for the favor of the bank wallet.
And all of this will be executed within the Jomo Pay switch? Within
the Jomo Pay switch. And this is very well insured and monitored. So if you go to any place where you want to deposit money, if your service provider doesn't have enough collaterals, it will be rejected, so you will not give the money.
It's all a prepaid service?
It's all prepaid mobile wallets, 100% backed up by cash collaterals, 100% safeguarded.
We all heard about the recent hacking attempts in some central banks in the SWIFT platform. And I would like to hear your opinion about any changes, any ratifications on that from the central bank side on the security issue?
Yes, definitely. We followed all information and the news. We contacted the central banks who were attacked. We sent part of our security team to SWIFT to Belgium to see what happened, to analyze what happened accordingly, and with the assistance of SWIFT specialists, we took extraordinary measures to protect our networks, our systems, our data warehousing. And we started the workshops for the banking community who use SWIFT. This is for SWIFT networks. As for the PSPs, the licensed PSPs, we already have within our platforms and systems that don't use SWIFT. We use other types of closed networks. We already reassessed our security measures, and we also invited some third parties to conduct more penetration tests and to reassess our security measures. There is no need for any enhancement at this stage. We have our policies for data protection, for consumer data protection, all these. and we are very satisfied within the current measures and controls.
So you already will plan to adopt more security enhancements on
Yes.
the USSD to cover the risks that you mentioned.
Actually, this risk only evolved because of fully interoperable. So with all the previous controls and measurements, still the residual risk from our side, as a central bank, we were not willing to take. In the remaining countries that now provide USSD service for mobile payments, it's still there, but without interoperability, so my risk is remaining with my MNO provider. But we don't want the interoperability to expose my PIN to other MNO, or even to the same MNO. The residual risk for Central Bank of Jordan is not acceptable, not within our risk appetite. For other countries, this is something they can do whatever they want. But when they heard about our initiative to come up with a new revolutionary innovation in solving this problem, I can assure that many of these countries are looking forward to the results of Jordan's initiative. And after the stress testing, we are confident and satisfied with the results. The second one, the interoperability in USSD, contains type of security risks. When we discussed it at early stages internally and with the MNOs, we took all necessary measures. But still, the remaining risk for us, it's like something we don't prefer. But to minimize these risks, it will put huge investments on the MNOs. The feasibility of mitigating these risks or minimizing these risks to the cost is very huge, does not justify. And we don't want the MNOs to reflect these costs on ultimate customers. So we contacted all MNOs maybe in the world, all technical security providers worldwide. During international global conferences and events, we started to discuss it, and we recruited a special consulting firm from the US to see how we can solve this one. And luckily, from here, I can announce that we reached to a solution, feasible one, very innovative, and it would be like for the whole world, very optimal solution. We conducted the stress testing on it, and the residual risk is very minimal, very affordable, and we are more than willing to accept and to implement this new measures. I invited the MNOs for tomorrow's meeting to discuss it. The requirements on the MNOs is trivial, so it will not expose them to further investments and costs. There is a small part from the central bank we need to enhance. After that, the model of Jordan of fully interoperable USSD service will become like the window for new hope for the whole world to implement USSD.
The next question is a long one, but I think it's based on some misunderstanding that I've been hearing quite often in many forums. I will read the question for you. It goes like, are there concerns that the non-refundable licensing fee will make it very difficult for PSPs to enter the market and break even on their investment, causing them to spend less money on items like customer education, marketing, etc.? And if so, does the central bank anticipate supporting these two initiatives by providing funds to PSPs to do provider-specific education.
Wow, this is something I noticed recently. It reflects definitely a huge misunderstanding. They are talking about the minimum capital required to be licensed. Actually, the minimum capital required to license any financial institution to provide mobile payment services is $1.5 million dinar, which is equivalent almost to $2 million. This amount was not put haphazardly. We investigated. If you want to provide such a service, you will need software, you will need hardwares, you will need to invest in marketing other services. According to the optimal proportion of equity and debt, the 1.5 million JD was the most reasonable amount. We consulted all potential service providers for this amount. I can now assure you that many of them suggested even more than that. So how can how can the central bank license a service provider if you want to put capital in, for example, 100,000, and you're asked to put investment in hardware and software in amount that exceeds 2 million? This is not like logic. So this is nothing that they will pay for us, and it's not refundable. This is their investment. This is their money. But we want to ensure that they are well capitalized, they are financially stable to provide the service. So they will be dealing with people's money. So we cannot take a risk of like the small shops to provide such a service. This is not a fee. This is capital, paid capital, to start their investment.
It's not a licensing fee.
It's not a licensing
It's a minimum
fee.
capital requirement.
It's a minimum
so
capital.
it's a usual thing. It's
and again, I will repeat, the amount was not put haphazardly. And for myself, I still believe that we should have put even higher. But we wanted to facilitate the service provider's life. We even subsidized the service by allowing them to link to the switch without any access fees. We waived the fees for 3 years. We took the initiatives of interoperability USSD. We put the investment of NFC integration with other services and other payment platforms. So we put investment in awareness campaigns. So we took many of the initiatives on their behalf. We are even working hard to ensure for them a high level of demand. So this is something we cannot allow small shops to provide services that involves people's money.
Again, thank you very much.
You are most welcome.